What's up, folks? Happy Wednesday morning. It is definitely morning. It's like 7-ish, and I got up, I made coffee, and I thought I'd share a video with you. Man, it's good coffee. All right, so we're in the Dungeon Tavern down here. I'm going to try to be a little quiet. I've been told that in the mornings, when I wake up and do a video, I wake up my older kids, and they haven't been thrilled with that. They say they can hear me down here doing multiple takes, and they can hear me chattering, and it bothers them. And I guess, Eli and Evie, I'm sorry, but I'm doing this again today. So on Wednesdays, I want to cover what I've said is geek life, and to use the fact that the young kids overuse the word aesthetic. I'm going to overuse aesthetic and say that on these days, this is when I'm going to go around and show off some of my aesthetic of my for this. It's my game room. Maybe in the future it'll be about other things. Either video games that we're playing or movies that we're watching or music that we're listening to. It's all geek related. I would love at some point to be able to do a video on Wednesdays where we actually see someone else's game stuff. Maybe we'll alter this up in some future videos. We'll do we can have a Twitch stream where someone else could jump on. We can talk together about it. But for right now, it's me, the basement, and my art. So whether you know or not, whenever I finish a video game, I like to get art to hang it up somewhere in the house. And it doesn't have to be like nice art. Like this is a Necromancer from Borderlands 2, which I finally finished last year. And I have a lot of pixel art. Like I finished Chrono Trigger like 4 times. So I have a lot of that stuff up, all right? And whenever I finish a game, I like to commemorate it with something that's memorable. Like my art for Subnautica over here, which I just finished earlier this year finally. Cooper finished it first, multiple times. And he shamed me for kind of leaving the game and not finishing it. Well, and there's a lot of non-video game art down here, but as I've shared before, like for me, like my first inspiration for role-playing games was video games. I call it my appendix Nintendo because like Ultima 7, Legend of Zelda, Uncharted Waters for NES, those games were my foundations for how I saw world building and, just what I wanted my campaigns to be. Like when I played Ultima 7 Part 2, the idea of being washed up on an island without any kind of gear and trapped, which kind of happens in Ultima 7 Part 2, I recreated that one of my very first AD&D campaigns. So video gaming is important to me, and I like to remember it, and I like to remember cool things that happened. And I spent a lot of time during the pandemic on Etsy, and here we're going to show off something I just picked up this past week. It just showed up, my coffee down, and changed hands. So recently I finished Monster Hunter Rise for the Nintendo Switch. I had a wonderful time playing it. It's a very addictive game. I got to play it with friends too. The great thing about Monster Hunter Rise is you can jump online with other friends who have it and play with them. And you don't have to devote yourself to endless hours of raiding or killing monsters. Each monster hunt is about 50 minutes. So, that's enough time for you to jump on, do a hunt, and jump off, which is a lot of fun. And one of the things in the game is before you go out on a hunt, you want to prepare food that you're going to eat. And the food you eat gives you different bonuses to the way you're going to fight in the next battle based on what kind of food you choose. And the food in this game is called Fluffy Bunny Dango. And it's little sticks of sugar. I'm guessing it's sugary. Maybe it's savory. I don't know. These sticks of food with these balls on them, and they're made by cats. They're made by cats that chop up vegetables and roll them into balls and put them on sticks. All right, and it's adorable. If you get a chance, go look up Fluffy Bunny Dango on YouTube and go watch the video. And there's 2 videos for it, but my favorite are the ones done by just the cats, and therefore, which is inside one of the buildings where you can get it. And I had to get art that commemorated the Fluffy Bunny Dango. I got off of Etsy from Kerri Aitken, and this is just such a cool piece. It's 11 by 17. I like that she personalized a card to me just saying, "Thank you, James. Hope you enjoy the print." Just a nice touch. You know, my experience on Etsy have been so wonderful. I've only had a couple misses this past year. But, you know, I could have gotten a picture of, you know, one of the monsters, maybe something cool done in a very, you know, a Japanese style. I mean, the game has sort of like it has a strong Japanese aesthetic. But I wanted something like this. I wanted something that reminded me of my favorite part of the game, which is, uh, I guess, you know, eating. So, anyway, here's the card. I'm gonna post information. I don't think you can get the QR code from here. Maybe you can. Probably not. I'm gonna post this in the comments below. So if you want to go check out Kerri's other art, you know, you can, and maybe see. And she is on. She's on Twitter. So at Kerri Aitken. I think that's Twitter. It's got to be Twitter. That wouldn't be like Instagram, right? There's no ats in Instagram. I'm still figuring this crap out, all right? So work with me here. But Kerri, thank you so much. This is really awesome, and I'm happy to have it up in the room. It's probably going to go on the wall that like is descending down from into the dungeon tavern from above, and it should be cool. And it'll be one of the first things people see when they come down into the room, which is awesome. Because as we found out a couple weeks ago, when we had our first, you know, dungeon tavern con down here, it's pretty cool to have people kind of walk around the room between games and be like, oh, where's this come from? Where does that come from? Is that Kerbal Space Program? Yes, it is. Kerbal Space Program. One of my favorite games of all time. So that's it. I've got a busy day. I'm going to, you know, finish my coffee here and get ready for this. And I will see you all tomorrow.